What are five more disappointing teams of the 2024 college football season? And one of the most disappointing teams this season was definitely the Kansas Jayhawks. This was a team that was full of seniors, and they had a great head coach in Lance Leipold who turned this team around. They were projected to have a big 2024 season. They had their quarterback and Jalen Daniels back. Some people consider him a top 10 quarterback, but he did not play like people expected him to, and this Kansas team only went 5-7. They had a better end to the season, but they dug themselves in too big of a hole, and this was definitely a disappointing season for Kansas. Another disappointing team was the Auburn Tigers. Last season, Auburn only won 6 football games, but a lot of the games were close and they had a really good defense. Heading into 2024, people were expecting this team to take a step forward. They had some big receivers coming in and they had some talented offensive playmakers. They also had a quarterback in Peyton Thorne who had his first offseason with this Auburn team. Some people were expecting a step forward from him, but the struggles continued on offense and they really didn't get any better at all, and they only ended up winning 5 football games. I still think Auburn has a bright future. They've been acquiring some really good talent, but this was definitely a disappointing 2024 season, missing a bowl game. Another disappointing team was Virginia Tech. If this was the year that Virginia Tech wanted to have a big season, this was the year to do it, but they didn't do it. They hardly made a bowl game, and they started their season losing to Vanderbilt, and they did not have a great season. They were at the top of the country for return in production in 2024, but that didn't pay off at all, and this team really struggled, and they were definitely a disappointment. One of the most disappointing teams that wasn't from the Power Four is easily Appalachian State. I actually picked them to win the Sun Belt, and they didn't even make a bowl game. I really don't know what happened to this App State team. They had a solid quarterback and Joey Aguilera returning, and they had some solid production returning. But this team collapsed right in front of our eyes, and they definitely were a disappointment. And another disappointing team was Wisconsin. Maybe Luke Fickell is not the head coach we think he is. They actually didn't even make a bowl game, and they didn't take any steps forward. It didn't help them losing their quarterback and Tyler Van Dyke early in the season. But this Wisconsin team is a solid defensive team. They have a solid coaching staff, so I don't know what's going on with Wisconsin. They should be a much better team.